So you have to ask yourself, the more volume you want, the higher the percentage goes. And that's why you babysit it and manage it on Roas, right? When I said that if you're only doing a small pocket and this is all I'm going to do, percentage going to be 3. If you want to do more, percentage going to be 7. If you want to go even bigger, it could get up to 10. You have to price yourself into that and know that, because you're getting bodies, you're getting fish that you wouldn't have got before, because you're not getting the lay down call-ins. You're gaining other business. And that's why that's going to go up. So you can't measure the two against each other. You can only measure ROAS. And remember, I said it's important. There's 3 metrics you need to always remember in this. Your ROAS is first, your cost per sale is second, and then your volume is third. Let me give you an example. Google ROAS was $35. Hell, that's pretty good. Great. Every dollar I spend, I get $35 from Google. That's great. Facebook was $20. Well, it's not as good as Google. And native was 15. Stay with me. Well, Google only gave me 10 deals for the month. Facebook gave me 35 and native gave me 3. Where do you want to spend most of your dollars? So here's what I would do. So now I have my $1,000 to spend. Well, that's a great return. Let me turn that knob up and see if I can continue that. Guaranteed in marketing, no matter what you're doing, the more you spend to get more deals, the higher the cost is per sale. It's facts. It's not going to stay at 20, 35 ROAS. It's going to trickle down as you gain more volume. So what the answer to this is, I would go 50% in Google, like up. If I have dollars, I have 1,000, I'm going to spend 2,000. I give 500 extra to Google. I give 400 extra to Facebook. And then I give 100 extra to the other one, right? Because you always want to sprinkle the dust. On Google, what you'll see, because it can only handle so much. People are Googling whatever. You're not getting those new bodies. Think of Google as its own pond of, I want this, here I come. There's only so many in there. So once you continue to spend too many dollars and then you compete with everybody else to get that same fish in that pond, the cost goes skyrocketed. That's the sweet spot. So if you're getting 10 and it's 35 ROAS, this is an example, that's a sweet spot. You continue to throw a little bit of money in there until it goes to up. You're like, okay, I found the sweet spot. I'm going to keep it there. Then you go to Facebook and you do the same thing, but you need volume. So you have to ask yourself, you measure volume versus cost per sale. I wanted more volume. So I knew that if my volume would go up, but my cost per sale would go up 1% or 2%, I would find a way to make that work, because I wanted to grow and have volume. If you only say, I don't want my cost per sale to go up and I just want to stay this percentage profitable, you can't grow. You got to risk it for the biscuit. So in order to grow, you got to put the money in and understand that. And that's why you got to bring more value. You got to be able to put, all these things and understand that that's part of the creation cost. So when we were small, we were like 22% profitable. When we were at our peak, our largest size, we were at like 8 or 9% profitable. And the private equity guys would be like, holy shit, I'd love to see this a 15% business. What can we do to get that marketing cost down, your customer acquisition cost down, your ROAS up? And we said, open new markets, because we had beat the shit out of the markets we're in. That's how it drives down. I said, or offer other services and go back to with something else. And, they liked that answer, but they're also like, and I said, well, look, do you want us to do 600 million in sales and be 8% profitable? Or do you want us to do 150 million in sales and be 10%, 15% profitable? You pick. Well, they want the first one. So do we. So the goal is to be as highest percentage, but you have to massage it to what fits you. In a company like yours that wants to expand, you got to understand that you're in a pond where it's cheap, but that pond is never going to stay cheap because there's only so many bodies in that pond. And if you want to expand, you're going after a different kind of fish, a fish that isn't saying, oh my gosh, I need this, let me Google. A fish that goes, interesting, I think I want that. And eventually that will be your biggest pond, because you're going to get more out of that than the people that need it, because you're creating the market. It will cost more, but you'll get more volume. That's how it works. So you have to be able to budget and build around that of saying, and we'll go over this. You're going to go over these tests. You're going to say, okay, like this is this. What do you think we do? It's always moving. You have to have someone pulling the levers. There were times we were at 8% in solar, and then we were at 16%. Like winter months, fucking 16%, right? You know how that is. Certain markets, Detroit, Michigan was like 25% it cost us. Customer acquisition for marketing was a fucking nightmare for a long period of time, right? When DTE raised the rates and all the shit went down, it gone down to 15%. but I wasn't going to close a market. It was still profitable. It was still making money. So I still had to feed the beast and get enough deals there, but I made up for it as an overall company in my newer markets and my little ponds, because it's all about diversification. You can't grow if you stay in one pond. So you're going to have to play that game, and just know that Google's always going to be, it's never going to be your biggest horse, but it's going to be your highest percentage of profit. That's just normal. And your lowest percentage cancel, but it's never going to be your biggest provider. If you do the digital, like I'm talking about, that will bring you more deals than that.